Hey guys, welcome back. Android Andy here. I'm going to show you today a Twitter app. It got a lot of sort of press, I suppose, in social circles when it came out of beta, probably a month or two back now, I suppose. And I suppose with good reason. I think it's one of the better Twitter apps out there. It's nice, smooth, it's well presented. What I particularly like is kind of how slick and smooth it is when I do things like that. So, for example, if I just want to see my Android list, there it is. If I want to switch over and see NFL news, and since I've used this app, I've made much better use of lists. Lists are really handy, really. You don't have to be following someone to add them to a list. So, I wouldn't necessarily want all of this NFL news in filling up my timeline, but when I'm watching a game, it's great that I can just, right, what's the latest on the NFL, what's the latest word, I can check it out. If I want to know the latest thing to do with Android, head over to my Android list, or if it's just my mates, I go to my buddies list. Over on the side, we get all my profile and settings and all of the usual kind of stuff, and if we just randomly go into somebody I don't know, get their profile, all their tweets. If I tap on the photo, I'll open a browser to see the picture. I can add them to a list from here. I can block or unblock. I can follow them with the icon at the top there, DM them obviously. Also, if we find one, okay, I've picked the only person on Twitter never to use a hashtag. So that's, whoopsie, I've come all the way out. Let's go back to my timeline. Let's find one with a, so, view cinemas. So I go to that particular tweet. Actually, sorry, oh no, I can do it from there. So basically I hold down on a tweet, which I can then either reply, retweet, favourite, share. If I hit the dots for the more, I don't think I can delete someone else's tweet. Maybe I delete from my timeline. Mute. If I select mute, it then gives me the options. Do I want to mute particular people, or do I want to mute the hashtags within, which I think is really handy. So for example, I'm not a X Factor fan. If people start tweeting about it and they use the hashtag X Factor, I can then mute it and I won't see any of those tweets with X Factor in, which I think is fantastic. Some people whinge at me when I'm tweeting when the football's on. If you use this, I'll try and put hashtag NFL on the end of it, or hashtag or whatever the current game is, maybe. And whoever's following me, if they really want, they can mute those tweets, or mute that hashtag, should I say? Now, the only thing with it being, because I'm sliding in now, you've also got saved searches and trends and stuff on the right hand tag as well. So if I BBC TBQ. So you can slide in and out of those quite easily. Oh, I should have cancelled the search. Now the only thing that means is you don't slide between your timeline and your people tweeting at you. You have to go up to the top bar there. So I want to see the tweets to me. Now that, I don't know if you see where the bar lock, that for some reason started me in the middle. This is the only sort of bug that I've noticed. When I go to my mentions, it starts me off halfway down the list. The actual timeline generally, alright, you can see it's right there at the bottom at the minute. Look, so I've got 633. I like how it counts down as I slide through, and if you see that, because it focuses on. And it does remember that. If I head off to a different list, it will go to the very top. But if I come back to my timeline, it remembers where I am with 600 new tweets to go. I like that it shows everything in line as well. So if I open it as well, there's my picture, and I think there we go, I can pinch to zoom and stuff, but it shows pretty much everything in line, including videos. There you go, there's a video. Look, sorry, I'm going a bit off camera. There's a video that shows in line. So I like all of that kind of stuff. If I don't want to be sliding through all the 500 odd, I'm going to tap it once more. It goes straight to the top. To refresh, pull down release, like I think quite a few of the Twitter apps do that. You can change it so that it either says like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, or you can have the actual timestamp on there, which I prefer the timestamp actually, a bit more accurate. What else is there to know? Not much really. I mean, everything else is fairly normal. Go ahead and enter my text, close that, close that. If I retweet, I get options of retweeting, quoting it, or via a certain user. So generally, I would say all round it's a well designed, well presented, slick, smooth app. There is a free version. There's a actually, sorry, I'm not sure there is. There's this is the Pro version. So it's only like 64p I think at the moment. There is a separate widget I believe, and there's also like a donate version which gives you a few more options. Oh, there is a theme as well. If I go into my settings, display, choose theme, light. This came in the last update. You might prefer that. I guess for me the grey bit with the text on isn't quite as clear. I don't think it's quite as nice. Having said that, looking at it again now, I quite like it, but I'll leave it there for a minute. Last time I had it there for 10 minutes, then went back to the grey. So that's it, Falcon Pro, 64p on the Android marketplace. For me, it's my Twitter app of choice. Check it out. There we go. Android Andy, catch you all again soon.